This video will show you how to create the brain of your IoT application. For this purpose we will use Device Builder to create the cloud device. This is a development tool based on a visual language easy to learn and use. It is consistent with the language used in App Builder. A cloud device is nothing more than a program that will run in the cloud executing the functionality you would expect from your IoT system. Once you create the code for your device, this video will also demonstrate how to run in the cloud the device you create. The Device Builder is an online tool available on the IC2Cloud website. The code we have to write is structured similar to Arduino code. It requires an initializing sequence and a loop sequence. Basically we want from the cloud device to execute next logic. Read the motion and the alarm signals. Check if alarm is on. Check if the motion was detected. If motion was detected and the alarm is on, then execute next 3 operations. Reset the motion signal. Send a warning email. Stay idle for 5 seconds before repeating the whole logic. Let's start creating the code. The first thing we do is to create the initializing sequence. This is usually used to bring your system in a known state. Basically, we will initialize the alarm and motion signals in the wiring cloud. This creates predictability when you start running the cloud device. As you can see, we use a visual language where we drag and drop the code statements. We start by setting the motion signal with the value no. As you can see, we have to provide the device ID, the name of the signal and the value for it. We do this to make sure we erase possible residual values for the motion signals that might trigger false alarms. Second step is to set the alarm signal off. You need to make sure the device ID for the motion signal is the same as the one you set for the hardware. The device ID for the alarm signal is similar to the one you set in the mobile application. Next step is to implement the loop sequence. This is the code that will be executed in an infinite loop. We start by reading the motion signal. For this we use red signal block. We assign the result to a variable called motion that we will use later to make decisions. Again we refer to the corresponding device ID and the name of the signal. Once we have the motion signal stored in the variable with the same name, we do a similar reading for the alarm signal. Next step is to add a conditional block, which is basically an if statement. We construct the condition using logical blocks. We verify if the alarm is on. We verify if the motion is yes. And we create a condition that will check if alarm is on and motion is yes. If the condition is true, we want the code to reset the motion signal to avoid picking it again when the loop is executed in the following iteration. We just write the motion signal in the wiring cloud. Next step is to send an email notification. This is very simple. We just use the email block and we set the fields required. Let's watch the process. The last step we need to do, is to idle for 5 seconds. For this we use a delay block with a 5000 milliseconds value. Once that is done, we basically have the entire code ready to run. We have to save this code. We provide a name for the code. In our example we named the code Security IoT. To have your device running in the cloud, you have to do one extremely simple step. Go to the Device Manager tool. Find the device you just created and press the Start button. Once that is done, the device is running in the cloud. With this step we conclude this video demonstration.